kind of like it inside like that. So rather than taking it out, I think I'm just going to find my wire, put a little glue on the wire. Now this will help hide all of my mechanics or my stems. If that's not enough, I'll have to add either a flower or another piece of ribbon. So now you can see if I have a gap here and I want something, I could put a piece of ribbon, or I could go back and add another flower, just depending on the look that you want. So now we're starting to add our ribbon. Now you could also use the crinoline with your ribbon. It doesn't have to be instead of your ribbon. You can add some crinoline. It's just a netting that you can make some loops. This would be pretty to add. Let me make a couple loops here. Gather it with wire. That could be added even behind everything to give you a little height. You could add it in orange. You could do the yellow. It just depends on what you like, personal preference. We also have some netting that's easy to work with. It does not have a wire, but it's very flexible, so it's easy to gather. Again, you don't have to make your loops even. If anything, you're going to try to make them not even. And that we could also put a wire around, and that would be very pretty tucked behind everything. I think I kind of like that one. I'm going to use this one. So, got a piece of maybe a yard. Make a loop. I'm going to gather that between my fingers. Put it over here so you can see a little better. And then make another loop. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to... And then another one. Use your covered wire to hold it all together. And then cut off the excess wire. All that out of the way. Now, if you look at the hat in the back, you can see all my stems or glue are showing. So that's what we need to hide and cover up. And that's what this, you have two choices. You can let your ribbon cover part of it, and my netting is going to go in and cover most of it. So we're going to put some wire again on the, okay, we're going to put some glue again on the wire. You see about a little dollop, about the size of a dime. And then come in here. Inside the design, you're going to kind of push it in so it's behind your flowers. Again, you have to hold it for about 15 seconds or it'll pop back out again. And then you can see from the front that that's going to stick up ahead, up above everything. Sometimes I like to go back in here and add a little bit of the netting. I'll show you what that looks like. Just about maybe 12 inches of netting. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be all one bow. It's very easy to loop it in half, or take it and fold it in half, and add extra loops to your design. So now to see if I'm going to like this, I'm going to tuck it in. I can already tell you it's going to be a little too sticky out for me. I'm going to go back and make it a little smaller. And the way that I do that, I don't have to take it apart. I'm just going to put another wire a little further up. That will make my bow smaller, or my loop smaller. And then I'm going to cut all that off. So now I have a little smaller loop. Sometimes I'll put a little glue right here to hold that wire onto the netting so it doesn't slip. And I can also use that to glue it in. Tuck it way down in there. Again, it helps cover the mechanics in there also. And that adds a little different texture amongst your flowers. Then again, kind of go to the front. You have your mark. You know what the front is. And just look at that and see if that's visually what you like. Go to the back and make sure I don't have any stems showing. Or I may want to go on and use some of these extra flowers. I think I have some buds that I could use. This would be a good time to go back and add a couple buds. Again, just for texture and interest. I'll go back behind the hat, or behind the flowers, and glue that on. Just a little bud. And let's see, we can add another. I think we'll go in. Just keep playing around until you find a good place. Or throw it away. You don't have to use every flower. Sometimes it's better off if you don't add everything in. Stop while I think I would like one back here just to, it doesn't necessarily have to show from the front, but from the back of the hat, it would be kind of nice to have a flower back there. So we'll just add one in there. Kind of tuck it in a little bit. Okay, so I just want to pick the hat up, make sure I don't have any mechanics showing. Take my tape off. If you can also use that tape to get any glue strings. They look like little cobwebs. It'll very easily remove those glue strings, because you'll be able to see those in the sunlight. So there's my design. Now I can add one more element. I could go back and add feathers if I want. This would be the time to do that. Again, position it, see where you'd like the feather to go, and if that's what you want, just put a little bit of glue on your feather and tuck it in. If you pick it up and you just realize, oh, I have all this glue showing, you could also go back and tuck a little feather in. This is very good for covering glue and mechanics underneath that you missed. And it also softens your design just by gluing a little feather puff underneath your flowers. One other feather you can add, if you again wanted to add the white feathers, you could tuck some white feathers in using a little of your hot glue. This hat, I think I'm going to leave just the feather puff down here and one feather coming out like that. So there we go, we're finished, ready to go to the Derby. This is Kathy from Dee's. Thanks for watching this video on how to make your Derby hat. You're welcome to come into the store and see all of our great ideas that we have. We can help you put together your own hat, or we'll do it for you. If you just want some photos of some really good hats, you can go to our website, deescrafts.com, scroll down and find the Derby hat icon, click on that, and it'll take you to our website, and you can see our hats from 2010, 2009, and 2008, and give you a lot of ideas of your own. Thanks for watching. See you next time.